21.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll try the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with it.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made the extra point without problem.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 17, Texas Tech 14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but
fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picked.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Texas Tech 14.
only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll test the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Finds a man by himself. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The give to the lone running back. Dances away from 1. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 14 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Working the middle, it's complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the left. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Got his man downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Landry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Right back to the well. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The give to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll pull it down. Turns it on in midfield. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them and doing more